Day 22. Today is September 30th. Day 22. After today, you will have, if you've been with me, it's week 5, you'll have 22,000 reps in. 22,000. This month, we are doing the calorie reduction, a little bit of calorie reduction in everything we do. Now today, I have another challenge for you. I'm going to actually go up 5 pounds. Usually I do 15 pounds. I want you to try, if you have the weight, to try to have an extra set of dumbbells with you. Try to increase the weight. If it's 2 pounds, whatever it is, I have the adjustable ones. It will only go by 10. So I will be going from 15 to 20 pounds. I want you to try it. And if you can only get halfway through an exercise, then just drop it and pick up the lighter ones. But I want to see you try to push it a little bit today through the workout. So like I said, I'll be using 20s throughout the whole thing, maybe 15s on a couple different ones whenever I get to that point. But I want to see in week 5 here, I want to see you push it a little bit, okay? Push it. So if you're with me, let's stretch out for about, you should be doing your stretching before you get here. Get your water, get your weights, get everything ready. Yesterday we had another 1,500 people on here, so congratulations if you're with me. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk a little bit about confidence and what you need to do to gather, to get into that mood, into that groove in life. And I believe confidence comes primarily, this is all from my point of view, is from your health. I don't know how you can really walk through the world confidently with an out of shape, fat, sick body. This is our driving. This is our vehicle to get through life, to get to all those other things. So if you don't focus on this, everything else is just kind of half, 50%. So with that, let's get going. We're going to go arms first. Like I said, this is cut month right now. So make sure you're pushing hard. I typically, we're doing 50 reps, 1,000 reps overall if you're new, every day of the week, Monday through Friday. I'm jacking it up just a little bit today. This is week 5 if you've been with me. I typically use 15 pounds for everything. We're going 20 pounds today. If you're going to go a little bit heavier, like I said, keep the lighter ones right there. Drop them, go with the other ones. I might do that throughout it as well. So if you're ready, let's get started. Let's push it hard. 20 pounds today. So if you're with me, consistency is it. We are going 1,000 reps, 50 reps per set, doing 3 different phases here today, repeating over. The last 100 is up to you. If you are able to do it, we are going to increase the weight as small as you possibly can on the weights that you have. If not, don't worry about it. But what I would suggest to do, I usually use 15. Today I'm jacking it up to 20. But if you want to do the first 25 with a higher weight, drop it, pick up the other one, and do that. That's fine. But in life, we have to try to progress a little bit. Also, let me turn my fan on. If you want to have results in anything in life, you got to be consistent. You can't be a dabbler, do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit of this. You got to go all freaking in, all the time. Consistency, Monday through Friday. No matter what it is, if it's in your health, if it's in your career, if it's in your relationships, you can't be a dabbler. Get into it and get it done. Let's go shoulders now. Like I said, if you're going with a little bit heavier weight today, drop it down. you're going to find that just moving that up 5 extra pounds is going to be killer. So if you're with me, I appreciate it. Yesterday we had over 1,500 people watching. Hopefully at least half those people, or a small fraction, are actually working out along instead of just scrolling through. Today, if you've been with me, today is week 5, month 2, day 22. Now, if you've been doing it the whole time, 1,000, that's 22,000 reps. 22,000 in just a little over 5.5 weeks, or 4.5 weeks, because we're in week 5. If you could do that, you are going to transform your body. And I purposely did not go through the system and come in all ripped and down to low body fat percentage. I did it because I wanted to go along with the show you what could be done. This month, we are actually reducing our calories a little bit. That doesn't mean change your whole lifestyle in my program. That just means reduce the calories of what you're eating. If you take 2 plates for dinner, take 1. If you eat 2 sandwiches for lunch or whatever the hell you eat, I would never ingest bread into my body, ever, ever. Bread and milk are the 2 things I would never, ever eat. So that's about as much of a diet that I'm going to give you. Just reduce the calories, but never put bread into your body or milk. Those are my two non-negotiables. Now we're going on to the back. Say, just do the best you can. Be consistent, do the best you can. Because if you honestly do the best that you possibly can, how the hell could you fail? Because just in the definition of doing the best you can would mean that you would exhaust every single option on the way to success. We talked about it before, about goals. Everything's a result. If you're a scroller and you're not working out, what's going to be the result? We're heading into 2 directions, either in positive results or in negative results. Nothing is staying the same, ever. Ever. You're either always growing or you're dying. You're getting better or you're getting worse because you're always regret. That's just how life is. And the negative is like gravity, and it will pull you down if you don't fight against it. Let's get down to our chest. Use the weight that you're most comfortable with. Or a little bit to push you out of that comfort. So if you like doing this and you want to follow along, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so these come up every day. We are going to be going for 3 months. 0 missed days, because there are absolutely there are none. No exceptions. There are no excuses. I can tell you, as a father and 3 kids off in college right now, there was one thing that was not allowed in my house growing up. I don't care if they were a year old or now that they're 26 years old. No effing excuses in the house. None. It's nobody's fault but your own. If you're watching right now and you're fat and you're out of shape, stop blaming the world. It's your fault. And because it's your fault, you have the ability to make the change. Make the change. Be consistent. And don't worry about all these outside negative influences that are always trying to attack you all the time. Just know that people are not going to cheer you on to success. If you want to find out who your friends are, when you start to transform, you'll find out who they are, because you will be an example of what they are too lazy to do or what they think they could have become, and they will try to wreck you. You're not, if you're waiting to get in shape and you walk into the room and people are applauding you, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not around probably the current friends that you have. Let's get down and do our abs. Get around people that will celebrate you. I love to see people successful. Your success takes nothing away from me. My success takes nothing away from you. The only thing that takes away from anything is negativity. I want you to think about the goals that you have in your life too, where you want to be at some point. Love vision boards, love that type of stuff. Myself, I teach online as a professor. My wife's a kindergarten teacher. I have always, for 10 years, I've been focusing on, I want to have a travel trailer, and I want my wife to be online too. And with Starlink, whatever, I want to travel the country. That's always been my goal, trying to focus towards it. It's getting delivered this morning. 30-foot campsite reserve trailer. That's step one. Next step is getting my wife online, and I'm going to travel the country year round, working out from every different location in the country, because I want to live my life. That might not be your dream, but that was a dream of mine, and it is one step closer. That means whatever you want, I don't care what the hell it is, it will come at its time, but you can do it. There's nothing in this world that you can't do. Let's get our calves in. If you really want something, there is no possibility of failure, because you will work and work and work. And if it's something that is actually hard, you will have resistance, just like working out. Your goals aren't going to just come just because you write them down on a piece of paper and follow a plan. There's going to be roadblocks that you're not even going to know about coming in. But you have to know that. Know that going into it. Round one done. So you will see that whenever we do the exercises, especially the back ones, you're probably saying, why doesn't he ever do anything with the lower back, bending over? I've had 5 back surgeries. The last 2 were fusions, L4, 5, and 1. Bending over is just not, I just can't do it and actually survive the rest of the day. So if you want to roll that into the last 100, if you want to, whatever back for your lower back that you want to do, roll that into the last 100 at the end. I will not be doing that. I can't. It hurts to even, if you have a lower back problem, if you're older and you have that, even going out and trying to pick up sticks in the yard, you pay for it the next day. You could be fit, but you got to know your limitations on certain things. And if that's just bending over to pick up sticks, then that's what you just got to watch out for that, because it could ruin the rest of your week. So we're done with round one. Make sure you get a drink. We're going to get started here again. I'm going to switch a couple of these exercises. I'm going to go back to the 15s just because I'm a little weaker in some of them. But I'm going to try to do the 20. Do your best to try to go with a little bit heavier weight if you can today. Even if you can only, if you're going to the 50 and you can only do 10 reps, drop it, pick up your old weight. Okay? And if you really, because that wore you out, if you have 3 sets of weights, drop it down again. Just get the 1,000 reps, get the 50 in. I talk enough in between these, so if you're lagging behind, don't try to stay with me. Just get the 50 done. Let's get to the arms now. I think this program is also, I mean, you can adapt it for anybody. The reason I wanted to do this was because of being my age, or even if you're a little bit younger, always lift. If you did work out before, so there's different people. If you were a workouter, you lifted heavy weights and you got arthritis in your shoulders and your elbows and that, I do this, I have zero pain. I mean, I was getting cortisone shots. And also for those people that maybe have never exercised in their life, they want to get into it, don't get on some plan with 3 sets and 80% and it's all. Just do the basic fundamentals. You can get to that point sometime, but you got to do the lightweight, high reps just to get your full body in gear. You'll also be burning fat. You'll be working on your heart and everything. And one of the main people I like to also talk to are the ones that are taking like the Ozempic or the fat loss drugs. You do you, whatever you want to do, which is fine. However, you've got to change your lifestyle. You've got to be able to pick up the weights, get out there walking, because at some point in time when you're done with that, you're going to have a rebound effect and it's all going to come back. So change your lifestyle so you can get off of that stuff. And if that's what it takes to jumpstart you, that's fantastic. But this will work. I can tell you, it will work not only for men, but for women. My wife has dropped about 15 pounds and she was already small, but like just your, like, I'll bring her on at some point in time because it is miraculous what this will do every single day. And I don't think you hear too many people talk about it because it isn't that exciting, it isn't that sexy, it's not that, it's not some big complicated. Everybody tries to make shit so complicated. They think if it's complicated, it makes it sound really intelligent. There doesn't have to be anything complicated about this. Just lift the damn weights. Okay, so we're gonna go 20. Let's get her done here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2. Ten more. 10, 9, 8. Woo! That's a killer. If you move the weights up, you're definitely going to feel it. And if you have to break down and go to the later week, do 25, drop it down. Don't be worried about that. The thing is about trying something new and pushing yourself, because I know you can do it. Every person that's watching this, You can do, have, and be anything that you want to do. Anything in life. If you can dream it, you can do it. Might take you a little longer than some people. Some things might be a little quicker, but you got to stay committed to it. And it's repetition every day with commitment and dedication and consistency. Consistency. You can't just say, oh, I'll do it Monday, and then if I get around to it on Thursday, I'll dabble a little here. I'll dabble a little bit there. No. Consistent, hard work is the only thing that's going to take you from point A to point B. And from point A to point B, it's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be squiggly all over the place. Just so you know that. So you're not thinking, wow, this is going to be a miracle. The miracle is you're alive every single day. That's where the miracle is. That's the purpose in your life. The purpose is now. This is the purpose. The purpose of life is life. It's about being the best you can be every single day because you get one chance. Let's get our backs. I'm going down on this one because I'm going to save my energy for the shoulders. Let's go. Get those shoulder blades together. Ten more. One thing I like about this program too is that you know when you're done, you got the reps in. Because if you're watching, I mean, I watch all the guys online too. Don't get me wrong. As long as you're moving, you're doing something, that's awesome. But if you're doing, let's say dumbbell curls and it's for 30 seconds, well, you could always, in 30 seconds, maybe you'll get 10, maybe you'll get 6. But you could say, well, I did the 30 seconds. No, you didn't give it all. Here, there's no time limit. You're getting the reps done. So no matter if it takes you 1 minute or 2 minutes, you're getting 50 reps done. So you know when you're done, you got 1,000 in. And I just can't talk enough about the transformational effect, not only on your body, but on your mind. Let's get down and get our chest. Typically, I'll be using 30s, but since I switched it over today to 20, come on, you guys can do it. Like I said, if you want to do something a little bit heavier for your chest, go ahead and do that. If you're with me right now and do whatever you got. If you're using water bottles, use water bottles. If you're using 2 pieces of wood, if you are using water bottles and you don't have any weights, do it with water in it, and then take 2 water bottles and fill them up with dirt. Some a little more mass. Fill them up with cement. I mean, if you had cement, you could do that, then you don't have enough money to buy a pair of dumbbells. You can go buy some 2s. They're not that expensive. But I always suggest that just for motivational purposes, if you start with a 2, don't buy a rack of weights. Go in and buy the 2, okay? And work out with me as long as you can until you're like, man, I could probably jump up to the 5s or whatever denomination you can get them in. Let's say you're going to go to the 5s. Make that a day of celebration that you are going into the sports store and you are buying 5-pound weights. Now, it might not seem like a lot, but whenever you set those down and say, this is where I started, this is where I'm at now, and you do the 5s until you can't go, until it becomes easy, then you go buy your 8s. Then you buy your 10s. And then you got to jump from the 10s to the 15s, maybe the 20s. After you get over 10, I would suggest buying the interchangeable weights, the dumbbells like I have right here, so you can go from 10 to 20 all the way up to 50. Just because it saves you some money, and it's nice to be able to rotate in amongst that. So if you have those racks on the floor here and you want to do some with 10s, then you want to do some with 20s. Now it doesn't go in the 5 range just by the 10, but it's something I suggest. I'm not selling anything, so you go out and buy what you want to buy. But if you're using individual dumbbells, how amazing is that? Whenever you look at your floor, you got 2s, you got 4s, you got 5s, you got 8s, you got 10s. Just knowing that you went all the way through that, and after you're at the 10s for a while, pick those 2s back up, and you're like, that's where you're going to see it. Same thing with, let me get going here. The same thing with checking your progress. Stay off the damn scale unless you're 300 pounds and you're looking at that. Look at your clothes, the way they fit. Look at your pants. Are they getting a lot looser? Are you down to the last buckle on your belt? Okay. How are you feeling? Is your shirt getting tighter up here if you're trying to bulk up a little bit? Or is it feeling looser, like what you want? Let's get down and do some abs, some flutter kicks. So I talked yesterday too about go up goals and give up goals. You know, most people would think that losing weight, getting fit would be a give up goal that you could share with people so they hold you accountable. Maybe at first, but I consider it a go up goal that you don't share with people because it's so sad to even think this, but people will sabotage you. Even the people sometimes that you think love you the most, specifically because if they feel like you're building a gap between you and them by you being fit and them not. So they will sabotage you by giving you fat foods, by wanting to go out and eat, by putting stuff on your plate. And then if you don't eat it, oh, what do you think? Like, just watch out for the saboteurs in your life. Be careful who you are talking to about your fitness journey, because unfortunately not everybody is going to be on board with you getting to be better yourself. Okay? It's sad. It is very sad, but you got to think about the people you're surrounding yourself with. Some people, if it's family or really close friends or coworkers, just don't talk to them about it. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. It's damn shame, but it's the way it is a lot of times. I was talking with somebody that I considered a close friend yesterday, and I had like 1,500 people on here watching, and their first reaction is, well, they were probably just scrolling past, or like, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to tell this person anymore anything what I'm doing. because they're obviously not going to celebrate something that I consider to be a goal to build the channel. So now they will not be sharing in it, and I won't be talking to them about it, which you'll find that sometimes the biggest saboteurs in your life are the people that are supposed to love you the most, the ones that you love. You're just doing something to try to better your life, to help everybody and be a mentor and be a guide for other people. But there's a lot of hate out there in this world. $50. That is the end of round 2. So if you need to get another water, if you need to go to the bathroom, do whatever, 30 seconds. Okay, we're starting in 10 seconds. Okay, ready for round 3. Let's get it done. Let's start off with a little bit heavier weight with our curls here. If you can do the heavier weight and then move it down, if you're halfway through, just do the best you can. Don't worry about having to switch. So if I switch during it, just don't use a heavier weight and be swinging around like this, okay? Try to keep it under control. Lower the weight if you have to. And at round 3, maybe round 1, you could do it. Round 3, let's see what we got. Come on. 10 more. 10. 8. 7. 50. Just remember, I can't stress enough about the saboteurs in your life. The saboteurs. These are the people that do not want you to be successful. And you got to watch about falling into their trap. Because you may think that they really care about you, and maybe they do. But they care more about themselves feeling hurt by what you want to do to improve yourself. And they will sabotage you. They will sabotage you with food. With as soon as you go to work out, can you do some dusting? Can you do this? Can you go to the store? It's on purpose. So watch out for it. A lot of times, I like to do my workouts when nobody's around. Nope, everybody's at work, at school, do whatever. If you're doing part of your workout in the morning time or the evening, keep your 5-pound or 10-pound dumbbells in the bathroom. Pound out 400 or 500 reps at nighttime right before you take your shower. Okay? Use a little bit lighter weight. Kind of feed your muscles right before bedtime. Do whatever you got to do. If you have to kind of be secretive about your work, it's so, I can't believe I even have to say this in this world where people should be supporting each other, but there are so many freaking haters in this world that hate on people just for their success. I mean, whatever you spew out of your mouth is going to come back to you. So if you are talking positive to people, positivity is going to come back. If you're talking hate and it's even on your mind, you know, some of those people you get around, you can just tell they have so much freaking hate in their head. You can feel that energy. You're just like, ugh, get away from me. You're draining. It's like, God, it's just a sick disease. Now, we're going on shoulders. I'm going to start with the 20s here. We'll see how far I can get. Then I'll switch to the 15s because this one's going to be rough. 1, 2, 3. 25. Let's drop down. Last 25 with the 15s. Oh, this up killer here. Come on. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That was the roughest one so far. But if you're with me, you did it. You really get into it, you kind of be a little sadistic, narcissistic, kind of crazy, because a normal person, if you think about it, doesn't want to put pain on their body. But you don't want to be normal. You don't want to be normal. You want to be abnormal. You want to be weird. You want to be different. You don't want to be average or mediocre. You want to soar above these people. And trust me, to be successful, they're flying at this altitude right here. That much higher above it is where all the gold is, all the gifts, all the joy in life. Just an inch or two above all this average and mediocre. And if you really want to get true success in your life, fulfillment, is go about this much higher than everybody else. It's not even about money. Success is not money. Success is experiences and being able to go out there and enjoy yourself, to live your life the best you possibly can. Can't do that if you're fat and out of shape, if you're sick, if you're on oxygen, if you're taking 15 pills every morning. This is a sweaty one today. Let's go. Now we're doing back. I'm going with the lighter ones here. Burnt myself out. Woo! Even if you're back to the lighter weights, even if you have to drop down any more, if you did a couple sets with the heavier stuff, you're going to be absolutely feeling it. Whew. You can just feel that pump. If you've never felt that pump like that, you're just Do you. Be the best you can possibly be. What else do we have in this life? You know how many times you get to live this life? I think about this all the time. Like, if you don't take advantage of today, there might not be a tomorrow. So why not give everything you got today? Because if people think like they're doing like an audition for something in the afterlife, this is it. This is what really counts right here. Feeling the rain on your face, feeling the wind, touching things, feeling emotions and love and anger. And anger is not a bad emotion if you use it the right way. Okay, let's get down and get the chest. Here we go. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Abs, legs, and then we got our... So I want you to start thinking about that extra 100 at the end, what you're going to be doing. Okay? Extra 100 at the end. If you're with me right now, I see that there's several people. I want you to be able to push this hard. Push this hard. These last two, they don't... There's no extra weight. It's just body weight. But try to go, especially with the legs, go all the way through. If you don't like the twist action down here that I'm doing for the sit-ups, pick your own, whatever you want to do for your abs. Don't worry about taking a break in between. Or if you want to use a dumbbell, a lighter dumbbell, when you're doing the twists, go ahead and do that. I don't like to put a whole lot of twisting action. If you've had back surgeries, you got to be very careful with the twisting action whenever you're doing it. But with that, let's get it done. Here we go. If you're truly with me and you're doing this, congratulations. I don't have to be proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. Because the one thing I can guarantee is if you do this, you are going to see a remarkable transformation in your body. And it's not going to take long. 1,000 reps every day, Monday through Friday, hitting each of our body parts, lightweight, 50 reps per set. 3 rounds plus 100 at the end. So once you start thinking about that, so after we do our legs right here, we should be at 900, and then we're going to go with our last 100. So it's about a 45-minute to 50-minute workout every morning. But if you're fast forwarding through this, if I wasn't talking and you were just doing 20 to 30 seconds in between, you could probably get this done in about 35 minutes. I like to kind of have a little bit of pause in between, because if you can't stick with me through it, you need a little bit of break. This gives you kind of like a little bit of extra time to be able to get through. So don't do the reps right with me. just make sure they're getting done. So if you need a little break, take a little break. Just make sure you get it done. You'll be a lot more proud of yourself at the end if you get all 1,000. I mean, you see there aren't a whole lot of people here. And thing is, I might have 2,000 people that scroll through, but those are just scrollers. They're not actually doing the work. So you got to decide what you're going to be. Are you going to actually do the work, get the results, or just scroll through? Maybe you get a nice muscular thumb scrolling through, but that's about it. You know, if you want to have some pride in your life, you got to actually take care of the vehicle that's getting you through life. So the legs, I split it up into two. I do 25 of the calf raises and 25 of the squats. And if you are strong in this area, hold those dumbbells at your side while you're doing all these. Completely up to you. You can alter it any way you like. If you want to do different ones, main thing, it's not the exercises. You're going to hit the body parts. If you have a different exercise that you want to do that. But the main thing is getting to that 1,000. So 25 calf raises. Now we're going to do 25 squats. Make sure you're drinking your water. I drink a gallon of water every day. It's up to you. $900. Pick your exercise. One of the things that I've found, for success is having a daily routine. You can't just leave each day up to the wind, to the whim of the day. Have a specific time that you get up every morning. I get up at 4 o'clock every single morning. I don't even need an alarm. It just automatically, once you get used to it. Unfortunately, whenever we do the time adjust here, it's going to be 3 a.m., so it's going to be a little bit of adjustment. Get up, do your bathroom stuff, journal. Journal every morning for about 15 years. I have a stack of journals this high. 1 page in a journal, all your thoughts, things that went on yesterday, things you're going to do from today. Write it like it's going in the garbage that nobody's going to read it. It doesn't even have to be completely legible. Just get in the habit of doing that. Eat your breakfast. Get your steps for the day. 15,000, like I said before, that work day steps, people are like, oh, I got 10, 15,000. Those don't count. They just don't count. If you see the difference between somebody who's just walking steps around the office during the day or going out and putting 15,000 steps in one continuous motion on, night and day. People that have those 15,000 steps around the office are losing no weight. It's not helping them at all. Okay? Do I know all the scientific reasons for it? No. All we're looking at is results here. That doesn't seem to work. Go and get 10 to 15,000 steps in a continuous manner. Mark 2 miles out down the road and come back. That's it. Do it with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, with your kids, with the dog. Bring somebody else along with it. Let's get some arms. I'm picking arms for this one today. So commit to some type of a routine. $950, and overall, the working out is what gets you the results. But the main thing I like to work with people on is not necessarily exercising. So if you want a coach to help you out with your exercising, that's one thing. But the main thing you need to focus on is your mindset, because if your mind is not right, it's not going to be able, I always say talk from the soul, but the soul and the mind have to get together. If the soul's saying, go do the exercise, and your mind's saying, not a chance in hell, things are bad, things are negative, it's not going to work. Then we can't control the body. We got to focus on our minds. What are we focusing on daily that's pulling us towards something? We're moving away from something every day and being pulled towards something. Okay? The push and pull here. I want you to think about that. We've got to get our minds right. And the best way to do that is like through exercise, especially a lot of reps like this. It's like you're pushing that poison out of your mind, your body. Because if you don't, you're going to feel tired after this, but if you don't feel better about yourself after doing this, I don't know what else you can do. Eat a bag of Doritos. Now, don't get me wrong. I used to eat a ton of Doritos. Doritos and Diet Pepsi. Everybody's going to have their weakness. I haven't done that in over 8 years. I started to say, what's more important, my health or the Doritos? I had to think about that one for a while 10 years ago, because there's nothing much better than these Cool Ranch Doritos and a Diet Pepsi. And I was like, you know what? This is probably not good for me. $50 more. 50 more. So if you're with me also and you're trying to cut down, I'm trying to cut this down. My last back surgery, instead of going through the back, I don't know if you've ever seen this, they fused with screws and stuff, L4, 5, and 1, but they cut me in the front here, went in through, they move your organs out of the way. So I've always had this incision down here, and it's kept this little bit, that's why I'm doing this with you right now as well. I could have come in here completely cut and ripped after I did this for 3 months myself, but I wanted to go along with the transformation with you, just to show you that it is possible. So we can look back at week 1, see where we were at, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once we get to week 12, complete different person. Not only a different person physically, but also mentally, which is more important, because then it'll help you do all kinds of different things in your life. $1,000. If you're with me, congratulations. If you're just watching and you're going to be here tomorrow, I hope to see you then. But if not, just go out in the world and be the best person you can. I use fitness to help me with everything else in my life, and it's gone pretty good. People might say, I saw some people, you're a narcissist. Do I like myself? No, I love myself. I love who I am. You should do the same thing. We can work together on that. If you don't like yourself, how can you ever expect other people to like you or love you or whatever? We have to have self-love first before we'll even allow that in, because if you hate yourself and hate everything about you, you don't have your doors open to love from the world. The people that are going to make a comment to you about, oh, you're all into you, you love yourself, those are the ones that hate themselves. I'm telling you, there are a lot of haters in this world that don't want to see you succeed. You have to be your own champion. You got to look out for you, because you, my friends, are the most important people. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Huey top. Whatever the hell that means. How the hell do I shut this down?